Hey, Hazza from Hazza Reviews here, and well, let's get started. I'm sure everyone who follows the film industry or media industry, as they, film, television, all that, are well familiar with the Weinstein scandal, otherwise known as the Me Too movement. And to be honest, how could you not? I mean, it was a huge story, and it still continues to be talked about. It sparked massive change in the film industry when it comes to the treatment of women in all forms of the film industry. And while it has been resolved, thankfully, for the best, in the best way possible, it is still widely talked about. In fact, the story when the story was first published in the New York Times, there's been a book written about the process leading up to that in an initial investigation by the undercover journalists. And, investigative journalists, I should say. And now it's become a movie, which is the same name as the book, She Said. I believe. I've never actually read the book. But, yeah. So, I basically summarized the whole plot. It's basically the undercover investigation by these two journalists in the sexual misconduct of Harvey Weinstein. So, yeah, that's basically all you need to know. And, well, let me start off by saying this is a great movie. It is really great. I think this definitely is the best movie I've seen this year. And I'll tell you why. First off, I think it's paced really well. Everything doesn't feel rushed. It's all going at the exact right pace. And it really works. It really does. The script is perfect as well. I don't think there's any need for rewrite there. I think it all worked out fine. The actors all in it are all really good. They do an amazing job. Every single person with their character. Really hope I see more of them, and potentially I could see them getting nominated for an Oscar. That's how good I feel of them. Think of it. I love how well they've handled investigative journalism in this film. It feels natural. I feel like I'm seeing an undercover journalist hard at work. It's all perfect. I can't say anything wrong with it. I feel like it's natural. And I think the one thing that really gets this film high praise for me is, we see, of course, we obviously see the investigation done by these two female journalists, but we also see a bit of their life at work, of their co-workers and bosses and all that, and also their families. Usually, and I was a little worried seeing that, because I see a lot of films where those sort of things get, not authentic is what I'm trying to say. There's a bit of a play for laughs, So going into this, I was a little worried that we'll get that. I don't know why I was worried about that, but I just was. But you know what? I'm just glad. They all feel right. Everything feels right in this. It all feels authentic. I mean, there probably was some artistic liberties taken in this, but to be honest, I kind of don't really pay attention because it honestly feels like everything feels natural. That's what I'm trying to say. It feels like it really did happen. This film makes me feel like it's actually, legit happening in real life, and they weren't romanticizing things in this like so other films can. Trying to play it nice. If I have a nitpick, and it is a small nitpick, it is the opening. Not that it doesn't fit the story. It does show what the journalists were investigating before they start an investigation on Weinstein, and we do see a brief scene of one of the Weinstein. Actually, I'm not going to talk about that other scene, but the scene they showed beforehand the investigation they did on the New York Times did on Donald Trump during the 2016 presidential election. And I'm honest, I didn't really need to see that. I don't know. When I saw that, it was a bit off-putting. I can understand why it's there, but I think you could cut that out, really. I didn't really need to see that. But really, that's about it. Honestly, I think She Said is an amazing film. Best movie I've seen this year, by far, 100%. Nothing can come close. I say definitely go see it if you get the chance. Of course, you have to be a certain age. I would say 15 plus. But yeah, this gets a 9.5 out of 10 has does. Definitely best movie of the year for me at the moment this far. Probably going to be that way. I mean, I'm not sure if the upcoming movies I'm going to see in theaters will live up to it. But yet again, it's going to be hard. Maybe they can, but it'll be hard to top. This is a great movie. And yeah, 100%. So what's next? Well, coming up, of course, is my annual 12 Christmas reviews. So yeah, there's that, and plus I've still got a few more films I want to watch in theaters. Though to be fair, I'm not sure whether I'll get one of those movies, and when I watch in theaters, done by the end of the year. To be honest, I'll just have to wait and see. I might get a video game review done in. Hopefully, I just don't know. You're just gonna have to wait and see. Plus, as you know, I've still got my Before the Flicks to do as well. So yeah. And well, then I got to plan out some things for next year. So busy me. But in the meantime, this is Hazza from Hazza Reviews out, and I shall see you for my next video. Ciao.